Now to the death of XXXTentacion. The Waffle House hero James Shaw Jr. posted a photo of meeting the rapper recently saying, "You jumped over a guardrail and asked, 'Can I take a picture with you?' I said, 'Shouldn't it be the other way around?' Of course you can. You said, 'No, you're the hero.' The news hurts to hear, bro. Praying for your family."
Yeah, so the 20-year-old rapper was shot in South Florida in his car as he was leaving a motorcycle dealership. It does seem like it was a targeted shooting as two men approached XXX's car with masks and hoodies. It's possibly a robbery. Now, eyewitnesses says he wasn't moving after the shooting. He was pronounced dead at the hospital an hour later.
Yeah, his death has created a lot of strong reaction on both sides because while he was an inspiration to some, including Kanye West, who tweeted yesterday, he had a very disturbing past.
Yeah, so he was awaiting trial for domestic violence against his pregnant girlfriend. He had been accused of witness tampering in that upcoming trial. And in an interview, he admitted to beating up a woman and attacking a guy in prison because XXX accused him of being gay and looking at him for too long.
So XXX's past had gotten him removed from Spotify's playlist last month, but he was recently put back on, and today Spotify has created a playlist in tribute to the rapper, which many are not happy about.
Yeah, so some are paying tribute online while some are applauding that he's dead. Iggy Azalea weighed in on Instagram saying, "I'm not overlooking any of the things women accused him of doing, but I'm generally saddened by XXXTentacion's passing because it was so unnecessary. We need to think more about the things we give value to. To see people celebrating his death is just another example of that troll mentality that's rewarded and encouraged to our own detriment."
I would agree. XXX had been working on improving himself. In October, he publicly apologized to women he disrespected, as he put it, and he donated $100,000 to domestic violence prevention programs. And in an eerie video to see today, he talked about his own death on Instagram live in December.
All right, let's say worst thing comes to worst, I die a tragic death or and I'm not able to see out my dreams. I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive and to at least have a good life. I at least, if I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers or resolve in my life, regardless of the negative around my name, regardless of the bad things people say to me. I don't give a because I know my goal in the end, and I know what I want for everyone, and I know what my message is.
Yeah, so Jeanette says, haven't heard of him, don't know his music. I think that's a lot of people today and last night when this news came out. He isn't a mainstream star just yet. Yeah, he got a lot of publicity with that Spotify thing going back and forth. But no, this is a huge debate online right now. Of course, you never want to wish death on anyone. But yeah, there is an element. I found it a little troubling, some of the things that people were posting, making him a hero when he has such a troubled past. I know he's dealt with depression and anxiety, and people really look to him as a source of inspiration for that. But yeah, when you start to talk about hero, because he has admitted to this stuff, obviously he was awaiting trial for domestic violence, and it's a shame that justice isn't going to be served for him or the woman. But the reality is, in other interviews, he has talked about beating up a woman and beating up a man that he assumed was gay as well. So
just talking about it doesn't make it better. You know, it doesn't make it better. It doesn't give people a right to troll someone who has just died.
Yeah.
That's just, it's a cheap shot. It's not right. You shouldn't do that. But the reality is, you know, he beat women, right? And so that's a problem. And so I find that that's a hard thing to, I don't know.
Yeah, I just think it's an element that just because somebody makes music that you like, I don't think they should necessarily be a role model for you or a hero. I think there's, like James Shaw Jr., amazing hero, someone to really look up to, even though he's not famous. I think sometimes being a hero gets caught up in being famous. Like, people become role models just because they're famous and you like their music. I think, yeah, XXX really
people
had
should be role models for the way they live their lives.
Yeah.
The things that they do outside of the spotlight. The things you do in front of the spotlight, that's great. That's really wonderful. But there was a lot of stuff that he did behind the scenes that wasn't great, that obviously he was about to answer for.
And he was trying to improve himself. That's what it sounds like he was trying to do by making these donations, and even his statement saying that women are disrespected. It was much more than just
regardless,
disrespected.
that's someone's son, that's someone's family member, and that's incredibly sad. And it's gun violence again, and that's incredibly upsetting for sure.